This is how you know you made it. You know you made it when Austin St. John blocks you. That's how you know.
Yeah.
that is a stamp of approval of making it in the fandom. Now, why do you suspect he blocked you? What did you think when the whole Austin St. John was doing the gay prawn rumor? Did you go search it for yourself?
You're probably gonna get a lot of comments for this one. I'm not JDF's biggest fan.
So it's a lot of people.
I haven't been. The whole family, the Frank family, is an issue for me.
With you being the gay Morphin master, how did you take it? I mean, you knew about it, but did you know about this video existing? All right, everybody, I am here with the Cosmic Ranger, the unofficial gay Morphin master. That is an interesting tagline. Why did you put that in your bio?
I feel in this community that it is run by cishet white men.
Okay.
So what better way than to make myself known as a master, but specifically the gay Morphin master?
And in your fandom, have you gotten pushback for that? Have people you feel like they treated you differently, or how has your treatment been entering the community as the gay Morphin master?
You know, a lot of people are really supportive, but you do get that crazy backlash. Everything you do is scrutinized even more than, like I said, the white man.
The white man. And what's your nationality, if you don't mind me
I'm
asking?
Mexican American.
Okay. All right. Cool. Mexican American.
The thing with that is, you know, I can post a comic post and get maybe, with my own influence, about 100 to 200 likes. But if one of the pillars of the community posts it, goes up to the thousands and stuff.
Now, you have a big following. You have, 5,700 on Twitch. I mean, on Twitter. I mean, Twitter, you got about 18 on Instagram, and I believe TikTok. You're a monster on TikTok. 65,000.
TikTok is crazy.
65,000 on TikTok. So I would imagine you have quite the reach if you know what I'm saying. So that just seems odd to me. But before we get into all of your favorite drama and topics you've been covering, what is your earliest memory of Power Rangers?
I'm a day one kid. I'm old.
Whoa. I'm old. I'm like pushing 40.
Okay, I'm not up there. I'm 33.
Okay, he's still like, all right. I'm not that old. Like, it's always crazy when people are like, oh, I'm old. And I'd be like, you ain't that old. So you were a day oneer, right? Mighty Morphin.
Yeah.
1993. You sitting down, watching Power Rangers. Now, was your family supportive of this journey that you bestowed upon at a young age, I imagine?
Oh yeah, my dad's a big Ninja Turtle fan, X-Men, so this was right up his alley. And
so you watched
he was watching it with me. Yeah.
Oh, that is nice. Now, who is your favorite Power Ranger?
Ooh, that's a tough. It's actually not that tough. It's actually not a Power Ranger. It's a Psycho Ranger, Psycho Pink.
Psycho Pink? This is new. And when did Psycho Pink appear?
Power Rangers in Space.
Psycho Pink Ranger. Let me pull her up for everyone to see. What do you like about the Psycho Pink Ranger?
So in general, love the Psycho Rangers. I think they're the only actual villains to give the Rangers a run for their money. Okay. And Psycho Pink was the first evil villain to kill a Power Ranger.
Oh, look, I'll be honest with you. After Mighty Morphin, that was like my jump off point. Okay, so yeah. Psycho Pink actually she tombstoned a goddamn Power Ranger out here. That is interesting because you don't see that in the community as much. So, did you ever meet the actress that played Psycho Pink?
No, she's kind of hard to find.
Really?
I think she had one Instagram maybe 6-7 years ago, and even then she never posted. She was just here, I'm Psycho Pink's actress.
Yeah, Vicky Davis. Oh, she doesn't do no cons or anything like that?
Nothing.
Wow. I wonder why. Sometimes with these Power Ranger people, they either love it or they kind of hate it per se.
Some of them also just don't know that the fandom wants them.
This is true. Well, I don't know. Maybe you should try to reach out to her on whatever social media she has and be like, hey, I'm a fan. I would really love a picture, the signature, and maybe you can meet at a con. But you said you started with Mighty Morphin. And Mighty
Correct.
Morphin was the hop on point for a lot of people. Do you have like a favorite episode of Mighty Morphin?
Oh, it's not even in season 1. It's the episode where Scorpina is like on a date with Adam.
Scorpina.
I think it's Goldar's Vice Versa, I think is what it's called.
Goldar's Vice Versa. Scorpina, she...
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir.
She was a looker back in the day for the fandom. Now, have you ever met Scorpina?
No, but we do, we have interacted online.
Well, you are popular online. You are a pillar in the community. Even if you don't think you're one, you are
I don't.
What? You have the power to make people go viral in the Power Ranger community. Not only is that you made it somewhere. This is how you know you made it. You made it when Austin St. John blocks you. That's how you know.
Yeah.
that is a stamp of approval of making it in the fandom. Now, why do you suspect he blocked you?
Oh, I know straight up why. Because I said fuck you.
Whoa. Why did you say F you?
It's when the quotes on the t-shirt came about.
Well, what, you don't think Hitler has some pretty cool one-liners?
I don't. I really don't.
What did you think when this happened? First of all, how did you know he made the Hitler statement?
Oh, it got sent to me. Here's the thing. All the drama gets sent to me.
Really?
I don't ever go looking for it. Yeah, I don't ever go looking for it. It gets sent to me.
Okay. So it gets sent to you. You make the post about him wanting to put Hitler on t-shirts. It goes viral. And then you say F you after it? What was the order of operations?
Oh, no, because it wasn't even me who originally posted it. It was a quote tweet. The quote tweet is the one. Quote tweeted one of his tweets, actually, and then said F you. That's what it was.
It was a quote tweet. Okay.
So I'm like, he definitely saw it.
So he saw it, or his team saw it. Somebody saw it. Now, he recently went viral for it. And former alumni, former castmate, Amy Jo Johnson, she came out and said he needed a publicist and, said this is what happens when the Red Ranger goes rogue, something to that effect. What do you think about Amy Jo calling him out for the Hitler shirts?
I think it's about damn time someone does.
Ooh.
If your old castmates are with you, because, we've seen old castmates be with him.
Mm-hmm.
It's the people closest to you that have to check you.
I would agree with that. But she's not close to him at all. I think there may be some.
Yeah, I'm saying that now, but I mean, just in general, it's the people, the people that basically made you famous. So if you want to go that way.
So what do you think about
your castmates from that time have to be able to speak out upon you? Okay.
What do you think about the people who may have stayed silent and not said anything?
Silence is loud. Silence is so loud.
Any blowback to them? Do you think they will be impacted by not saying anything? Or you think, maybe people are going to bombard them at the next panel and be like, hey, why didn't you comment on them Austin St. John Hitler shirts?
That's exactly what's going to happen. People have already said that that's what they want to do at PMC coming up.
Holy shit, man! You are jumping around to topics. Speaking of PMC, I like.
No, I don't mean to. It's just like,
hey, this is supposed to be
Walter. If you talk about Walter,
like Emmanuel Jones.
Yeah, a lot of people think he's complacent, and he's working directly with them.
Now, Walter Jones has an interesting story before we get to PMC. He has been on record telling people not to watch my content. Have you ever watched any of my live streams?
I watched a recent one where you had like Francis on.
Okay.
I forgot what you guys were talking about, but it was pretty recent. And then I became aware of you back when JDF passed, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. So you became
I think you were talking to Skye.
Oh, God damn. God. That's a train wreck in itself. That's a train wreck in itself. All right. So let's kind of like stay on Walter. Then we'll go to JDF and then we'll go to Skye. So, you feel like Walter Jones has been complicit considering he works with ASJ and Fanwork?
Yeah.
And should there be any consequence or blowback to Walter? Do you think people are going to stop dealing with him since they do seem to be attached at the hip when it comes to Fanwork? They left the show together. And the silence, as he has not said anything regarding the Hitler shirts. What are your thoughts on that?
I think they're all going to be fine, unfortunately. There's different facets of the fandom. So you have like your diehard fans, like the ones that are super active, and then you have the Gen Pop fans who catch wind of it because of the controversy or whatever.
Okay.
And some of them just don't care. So, ASJ is going to be fine, unfortunately, unless the direct fandom continues to hold him accountable. And that goes on to Walter.
That's a business partner at the end of the day.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
You're not going to sink the business because of your partner saying some stuff. And
the business is possible to sink on its own because of not saying anything. No.
I agree with are you a supporter of the Fanwork model?
No, I've maybe watched like 2 videos. And instantly was like, this ain't it for me.
All right. Now, what did you think when Austin St. John finally released his warrior wear? When he had things like Anne Frank being quoted. I know you had to see the website. I know you had to go see
it looks so bad. It's the worst design. It's literally just a quote on a shirt.
Well, if you click,
here's who said it.
If you click on it, I believe if you like scroll down, they give you like the history of the person. But yeah, this is a no frills website. It's not even attached to his main one. That was the biggest red flag for me when I'm like, whoa, why would you come out with this line and not attach it to your main website? Kind of like you maybe want to distance yourself. And this website, maybe a year from now, will end up like, the Order or Survival's End and just no longer exist, out of existence. So,
okay. And no Hitler quotes because at least he learned not to do that.
But I imagine you heard the recording of the whole no Hitler stuff, right?
Yeah, I caught it.
So with that being said, what did you think of it per se? Of the whole, I'm not quoting Hitler or anything like that. Was that a surprise per se for you?
I mean, I thought he was going to double down, honestly, but he took the opposite route where he's trying to gaslight people into thinking that he didn't say it, but there's video evidence.
That's probably the most outlandish thing. Like, I don't know where people got this idea that it was Hitler going to be on some shirts, but if you go to the website, he's not there. He was never going to be there. I'm like, bro, you literally did an interview where you basically said, hey, I'm going to put Hitler on shirts. And then when you got the backlash, didn't put the Hitler on shirts. And then now you're saying, oh, I don't know where people got this idea. That is really gaslighting fans to like the highest caliber. But unfortunately, I believe you are right. There will be no blowback. He will still. Yeah. And someone sent me a picture of his line. He was at some other con. He already had a line. I was just like, God damn. But there is a rumor, with you being the gay Morphin Master, we can go to something a little bit more funnier. What did you think when the whole Austin St. John was doing the gay prawn rumor? Did you go search it for yourself?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, it was, but this was so long ago. This was so long ago. This was like early.
Yeah, it looks like
this isn't new.
I know. But what happened was the guy who I guess looked like Austin St. John, he leaned into it. And calling himself like some Power Ranger. To make matters worse, Brock fed into the narrative in order to gain popularity in his own career. He realized that people who might not watch some random guy named Brock would definitely watch ex-actor Austin St. John in a Power Ranger themed adult films.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I don't really think he did, though. I don't think he did the Ranger like adult thing.
Oh, I honestly don't know. Once I looked it up, someone told me. I was like, okay, well, I just typed in Austin St. John gay prawn, and then like the article where it said, hey, it's not me, I did not do it, that instantly came up. But there is a shirt out there for sale, according to Zordimus Prime, which you follow on
Zordimus.
He is hilarious. He is hilarious. And he is good with the shirt that says, that wasn't me in the gay porno. Stop asking, Austin St. John.
Yeah, he's made a couple shirts that are pretty funny.
He has. I think we got some Prison Break shirts that he designed in honor of ASJ, talking about he was going to make the yeah, there we go. I'm pleased to announce my new t-shirt line. I'll make the debut at Power Morphicon 2024. And we got the Prison Break and ASJ behind bars. What did you think about when ASJ got arrested for the PPP fraud?
It was crazy because, if you're in the fandom, you know that Austin's done some questionable stuff. This one was just major because it was like on a bigger scale. FBI, open up! I'm trying to center myself on this. But yeah, it was on a bigger scale, and so many news outlets took it and ran with it. The document says Power Ranger on it, which is crazy on its own.
It does say Power Ranger, and that hit the fandom pretty hard, considering like this is supposed to be the leader of the Power Ranger, the true leader, if you ask him, the first leader, all that macho hoopla Red Ranger stuff. And for him to get arrested for PPP fraud when people like Jason David Frank was out there doing the Power Ranger protection program, where he was going to cons and doing signatures, and here we go with Austin St. John defrauding the government. Do you think he's going to go to jail for this?
Probably not. It's bigger than him. I think he's going to speak on whatever the bigger company was and walk away with like a plea deal.
Oh, so you must haven't seen the evidence against him.
Not recently.
Okay. I actually think I have it. What happened was he received, I believe, $230,000. Okay.
Wow.
And give me a second, because I think I have it. I have his indictment. I have his whole indictment where he got the money. I think it may be ASJ. Okay. All right. So he has a trial date coming up, and the trial
is in July, right?
It starts in May.
Oh, even closer.
May 13th, the pretrial conference. May 20th is the the trial is supposed to start. He put in a plea of not guilty, but in the following, he was accused of, and here's the evidence against him. Since you said you don't know, on June 17th, this is the indictment. He received $225,000. $22,000 was given to a co-defendant. $170,000 was invested with another co-defendant, and 33,000 was missing. In short, this is according to the United States government. So this is, I mean, if you listen to like the attorney general, he's like, oh, this is not going to come down to he said, she said. We're just going to pull up banking statements. So when I look at this hardcore evidence where other people, some people bought like Lamborghinis, but pretty much everyone invested with this other guy. It was like a huge operation where everyone was like, hey, I'm going to get the loan. You're going to give me some for getting you the loan, which looks to be a percentage. It's actually 10%. I'm looking at him like, whoa. He said 10% to one of the co-defendants. So, hey, look, I'm going to get you the loan. All I want is 10%. It's 10% exactly. That's fucking crazy. I just noticed that. So I think with this evidence against him, he's probably going to be done for. Probably.
I mean, we can only hope.
Okay, so why do you dislike ASJ? Is it fair to say you do not like him?
Yeah, it's fair to say I don't like him.
Have you ever met him in person?
No.
Okay. I mean, I did meet him. It wasn't, it was underwhelming, which, I mean, I don't know what I expected. Walter was cool. Walter had a personality, but now Walter is telling people not to watch me. So there's that. So there's that. It's like when you meet your heroes and then they do stuff like that, it puts you in a tough spot. So your favorite.
Yeah, I've only ever had online interactions.
Okay. Now let's switch course to probably the most beloved Power Ranger. When Jason David Frank passed, where were you? Because like I've told other people, this is like, if you're a Power Ranger fan, this is the equivalent of your like 9/11, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Like, where were you? What happened? Did you believe it was real at first?
So having the connections that I do, I actually knew about it. What was it? 2 nights before they said it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was a bunch of us in a group chat and we were discussing it and we were just trying to make sure that it was correct.
Uh-huh.
And then there were certain people, I think, was it Boss Logic who might have said it out loud first? Oh. Boss Logic, the artist.
I'm not familiar, I'm kind of new to like the online presence of the fandom. When I started this channel, it was just to cover his death, and it just kind of like evolved, because I was going through a divorce. He was going through a divorce. I'm like, okay, this is related. And I went down.
Boss Logic is an artist who is beyond the fandom. Like, he does comic book covers and stuff like that. He does movie posters.
Really? Okay. Boss Logic. I see him. Is he on Twitter under the same name?
Yeah. It should be, yeah.
Yeah, he has, it looks to be like some great work. Yeah, let me get this. Oh yeah,
he's incredible.
Yeah, this is phenomenal. Like what he did, this Pink Ranger. This is a great cover. Let me give this guy a follow.
Yeah, I believe he was working with JDF personally for the Legend of the White Dragon. So he was doing some kind of artwork for them.
Okay.
And in doing so, that's how he knew about JDF's passing. Because he posted it, then deleted it, and then
once you
again, a bunch of us caught it.
Yeah, once you post something like that, it's gonna go viral. Speaking of the White Dragon, before we move to the White Dragon, his loss, did it impact you? Did you feel some type of way? What did you think?
100%.
Did you think Tammy did it at first?
No. No. I think everyone is responsible for themselves, unfortunately. No matter what Tammy did or didn't do to push him to the edge, it is your own self that you have control over.
Okay. All right.
You're probably going to get a lot of comments for this one. I'm not JDF's biggest fan.
So it's a lot of people.
I haven't been. The whole family, the Frank family, is an issue for me. So I had been known, to talk my stuff online about about him. But when it happened, I've never wanted the person to be gone. I just wanted them to be better.
Okay.
It hit me really hard because it's everyone's childhood hero, no matter what they are now. Like, he was my hero when I was a kid.
This is true. However, with that being said, and him not being your favorite Ranger, and you probably being very critical of him, you didn't go full Zach Taylor McGinnis and post I'm sure you heard about the post where, he wished that, I don't even want to read it, but.
No, yeah, it's bad. No, I never wish ill upon the dead. Like I said, he had his issues. I had issues with him about those issues. Okay. But I never wanted him gone. Yeah.
It seemed like Zach was happy that he was gone. Like, where he put it in his words, "I'm glad you're gone," which was
that's wild.
That is very wild to say. Scorn former agent, missing out on all this money. But what did you think about how like Austin St. John handled the situation?
It's disgusting to try and give someone grace like that. To ask someone to give someone grace like that when they were so vocal in a negative way.
Yeah.
You're enabling them. You're protecting your, you only defend people like that if you feel the same way, is what I'm going to say.
Holy shit.
Let him cook.
Yeah. And, ASJ and JDF, they never quite got along, but even when ASJ got arrested for the PPP fraud or whatever, I do remember like Jason David Frank saying, "Hey guys, don't let it ruin your childhood. This is the perfect time for me to take a jab at him for how he's been talking about me, but I'm not. What did you think about JDF taking the high road when he easily could have kicked Austin St. John when he was down?
JDF knew how to handle the fandom. And in doing so, I don't think he wanted... You don't kick someone when they're down. Like, he could talk about, Austin all he wants or whatever. They had their feud, but I think once something like that happens, you just don't kick them when they're down. Because it makes you look bad.
Oh, 100%. The whole when they go low, you're supposed to go high. All this other jazz or whatever. But I wanted to talk to you about recently there was a post where, give me a second, that you retweeted about Jason David Frank's daughter. All right, where you say, "Hey, I'm not the biggest fan." I mean, we call her Skye Dolezal on our channel, but where she sent the fans some scathing messages. What did you think about that whole ordeal with the fandom? Like that whole interaction, if you will.
I think the fandom gives that family too much power for people who don't have any right to be in the fandom. Just because your dad was a Ranger doesn't make you a Ranger. Okay. If you're not on screen as a Power Ranger, or on screen in general in Power Rangers, you don't have you shouldn't have any platform in this space.
Okay, so you're not going out to get a Skye Frank signature anytime soon, or?
No, because from what I hear, they're fake.
Holy shit! Well, look, she has been banned per se from some comic book place where they like, "Hey guys, I just wanted to put this out there, and in case anyone is wondering where her post went, but I had to ban Royal Skye from the group. It has been brought to my attention that she has been saying some extremely hateful things to people in private messenger who questions her prices. It has always been brought to my attention that she once scammed multiple people on Ranger Board forums for selling fake autographs. If anyone was dealing with her, can you reach her on her personal page easily? I'm sorry for any inconvenience this causes. We are a very chill and laid back community. I cannot have that type of language in the group." And that was from the Power Rangers signature collection.
Yeah, she's been banned from Lightning Collection pages.
I saw.
There's a bunch of different pages.
Okay, so she's basically going from page to page, trying to peddle what looks to be what you said are fake signatures.
It's just random how they got so many recently. Her and her brother. It's crazy how they got so much signed merch that their dad said to sell all of a sudden.
That is the timing is a little peculiar. Like, I mean, I remember her being really down bad, and when she was going off on me per se, and they were telling me that she was homeless, and I'm like, okay, so
oh wow,
you're going off on me, but at the same time, you had 1,000 signatures from your dad on these Legend of the White Dragon, what looks to be business cards, and you're not selling them for money. And then on top of that, there was an incident where someone was accusing her of scamming them out of like $100 that came to my attention. So you brought up Jacob. You brought up Jacob, yeah. Frank. What do you think about Jacob Franklin? This is going to be a great segue into Power Morphicon, because it was Power Morphicon, Scott Zillner, who made the whole Jacob Frank thing happen, if you will.
Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, I mean, my initial tweet is, I have thoughts. that's all I tweeted, and people were like, yeah, me too. Why are you being negative? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, what?
And I'm like, all I said was I have thoughts.
Okay, well, I'm sure you know about some of the drama that was surrounding him that has now been disseminated to the public. What are your thoughts on Jacob Frank?
Originally, the thoughts were just, oh, here's another kid trying to profit off their dad. I didn't know about the how to even word it properly. The underage misconduct, if you will, for YouTube's sake. Okay, yeah. I'm like, I didn't know about the underage misconduct. But then it got sent to me.
Now, what did you get? You got the court documents, or you got like a video?
Yes.
You got the court documents?
Yeah.
Okay, because when I first came out with it, there were some people who thought I was just drama farming when I said some things. And it was like, where's the court documents? I was like, well, here you go. Here's everything. And, men lie, women lie, but the truth is sometimes always in black and white. And yeah, the court documents paint him in a very different light. So what do you think about people like Scott Zillner platforming Jacob? And he knowingly platformed him, knowing about the court documents, according to my source.
I've had issues with Scott in the past.
Wait, what? What?
Yeah, this one's not like major. It was during that 2017, 2018 PMC. I can't remember what year it was. All the Lord Draken figures that went missing.
What do you mean?
When you purchase an unattending ticket package, you were supposed to get the exclusive. What was it at the time? Legacy figures.
Okay.
From Bandai, there's an exclusive Lord Draken. They sold them all at the con and didn't save any for the people who pre-saved for unattending.
Oh no! Did you get like a or you refunded though at least?
So that's the problem. I was refunded after I did a chargeback.
Oh, so you had to go through like PayPal or something to get your money back, or your credit card company?
I went to my card company, and then they still sent a check months later. Though that's what's crazy. It was way later. So,
wow.
I got a random check for PMC, and I cashed it. And Scott was mad about that.
So, are you going to PMC 2024?
That's up in the air right now, just out of principle and out of.
What is the principle? Because
not wanting to be around Austin, not wanting to support Austin.
Now, speaking of that, Scott did make a statement about this, about people not wanting to go to give me a sec, not wanting to go to Comic-Con, okay? And give me 1 second, I have to pull it up. But he basically said, is my internet? Oh my God. That if you don't want to go.
Yeah, he said if you don't like it, don't go to his table.
Yes. Yes, he did. So how do you feel about that? Whereas some people are saying like, don't go to his table. I'm not going to Comic-Con. Are you?
Yeah. I mean, that is just the biggest form of enabling. That means you don't care. You only care that he's getting buzz around your convention. Because it's the same thing with Jacob. Like he doesn't care. I don't think Scott has I don't want to say morals, but I guess that's what it is. If you're supporting both a man who had interactions with children, and then you're supporting someone like Austin, who's just said numerous problematic things lately, like you don't care about the actual state of your convention. You just care that it's going to bring people in.
I actually agree with that sentiment wholeheartedly. And I had someone on when Zach Taylor McGinnis from Fayetteville Comic-Con, Keith, who runs that one, and he said plain and clear, hey, Austin will not be back. Anyone rep by Galactic Productions will not be back. What do you think about the Comic-Con creators or organizers who are just going to stand on their principles as opposed to be compromised for maybe making a couple bucks here and there?
I think you have to commend them. Like in a way they're putting themselves at risk by not having, so many people show up, but you also have to make a stand. You have to show people where you stand.
Yeah, I wish we had more people willing to make a stand, but that's just not the case in the community. That's just not.
No, yeah, and then you have like Matt Austin, SPD Green Ranger, who just recently said he won't be attending PMC because of Austin.
I saw that. And Matt Austin, he has been very vocal on Twitter. Very vocal on Twitter about the current topics. Because when Austin was outed for making fun of a gay person, which we haven't got to yet, if you go to like the original tweet, you see Matt Austin right under the tweet where the person like, oh yeah, this is who he is. What did you think about Austin when he got outed for the gay?
No.
The gay.
No. And then, I'm sorry.
Mockery.
No.
So I knew about it because Michael is one of my followers, or one of my mutuals. And when he had talked about it, I remember, people didn't believe him because there was no video. But David Fielding came out and said, yes, it happened, and I apologize for not speaking up while it happened. So that's Zordon.
Yeah, where is that video of David Fielding saying that he's sorry he didn't speak up?
It was a tweet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's not a video. It was a tweet saying, I apologize. I should have said something.
Now, with you being, go ahead. With you being the gay morphin master, how did you take it? I mean, you knew about it, but did you know about this video existing?
No, that's the thing. Nobody knew that the video existed. It recently came up. Michael sent it to me.
Oh.
He was like, hey, here's the video. Like, someone finally uploaded a video of it. Because he walked out.
Yeah, he did walk out. And the video, I think, got uploaded maybe a month later. And I covered it on my stream last night, if you will. And it seems like whenever I cover stuff on my stream, it's starting to have an impact in the community. Like,
that's good.
Yeah. When I covered Hitler, the very next day, it was over everything, and kind of like the same with him making fun, because I've heard the rumors too, but when I found the video, I was like, oh shit, here's the video. Because what they do is they go to these Comic-Cons, they do these panel shows, and the people who record, they often never upload.
Yeah, it's for them.
It's for them, but when someone uploads it to YouTube, I'm like, oh shit, here's the video. And it blows up. Now, your tweet got viewed 81,000 times, and it's been of course, some people, you're going to bring out the anti-gay people instantly. What did you think of the fandom reacting to this?
My fandom reacted properly.
Okay.
It's like I said, it's that general population that doesn't get it, and a lot of, like I said, a lot of people are problematic in general. It brings out the homophobes, it brings out the racist, it brings out and the sympathizers. And
I think that's what people are starting to gravitate towards Austin St. John. He's about to become like the face of it. He's like one more controversy away from being the face of all the things that you would never want your Red Ranger to be the face of. But, I do got a gay friend. I didn't get his opinion on it. But like I said, I would make fun of him, but not like at his expense. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is I've known this guy for like a decade. He's married and they have a third, they're a throuple or whatever.
Okay.
So, when I ask him like, yo, how was his week? And I'm like, just give me the good or bad, because sometimes he'll be giving me like, oh, we went to this thing called this like leather gay party or something where they rent out a hotel fun. And they like go from like fucking room to room with all these fucking conjoined rooms. He's like, yeah, we were doing that this weekend. So it was pretty fun though, or whatever. And I was like,
we're a wild community.
Yeah, I think it's called like Claw or something. It's like something like that. Something crazy. Hey, to each his own. I really don't care. Because
the thing about that one is, it's the way that he says it. Like, I can understand if the guy was feminine or whatever, but it's the wording that he uses. Calling Alpha a he, she, or a he, she. I'm like, that's not in the script, my guy. There's no reason the guy would say something like that. Saying that the belt needs to be, it needs to hang, and, it needs to sashay. And I'm like, these are words that you've heard from the community or about the community, and you're using them to paint a picture that just didn't happen. Yeah. Why would Zordon be that, say these words about, if it's not in the script?
Yeah. And I think there's a misconception. A lot of people think that the gay guy was supposed to play Alpha, but I really believe it was supposed to be Zordon.
It was supposed to be Zordon.
Go back through like the proper context.
And the panel host was like, because the guy wouldn't take orders from him. He's like, no. And again, I understand if it's just, he's not right for the character, but you made it about essentially his sexuality. You made it about his femininity.
Yeah. Do you think he will be invited to like any Power Ranger reunions? Austin St. John.
Like a once and always situation, or?
Yeah. You think they're gonna have any more business dealings with this guy?
Hasbro, no.
Okay, Hasbro. What about Netflix? Well, that would be Hasbro.
Netflix, I don't believe so.
Okay.
There really won't be anything, unfortunately, for the fans going forward regarding like a reunion special or anything. Especially like, you'll be missing so many people.
Okay.
Because I doubt you'll get Amy and Austin in the same room.
I agree with that. Like I was covering an interview of hers, and she was like, they asked her about Austin St. John, and she was like, yeah, I haven't seen that person in years. I'm like, she didn't even say his name. I'm shocked that she even put him in a comic book, but looking at the cover of it, it may not look like his future. Like, just looking at the cover of it, I'm not sure it worked out too good for him in the comic book either. So, she controls the script. So, but speaking of Amy Jo, what is it like? Have you ever met Amy Jo Johnson?
No, again, it's all been online interactions.
Because she retweets your stuff. So I'm like...
I'm so thankful. It's something new for me because, again, I've had issues with almost everybody in the past. I used to call out Amy for not wanting to be a part of the fandom.
Holy shit, Cosmic Ranger, you just out here holding all Rangers accountable. That's what it sounds like.
It's what you have to do. It's what you have to do.
Okay, because you say like, oh, I had an issue with this, I had an issue with that. I'm like, oh, you're just holding people accountable. Like the pattern, I'm like, okay, he's just holding people accountable. It's not necessarily a issue per se, but it's just like, hey, we're making you rich. Acknowledge us.
Acknowledge me.
Exactly. It was very that. It's acknowledge the fandom that made you who you are. And yes, you want to do other things, but I believe, you know, personally, I think she should have done Once and Always. I think it would have been amazing for fans to see. I understand, from my understanding, she wanted to direct or something, and they just wouldn't let her.
Yeah, you know, I mean, we love Amy
so reading
Jo.
the comic, yeah, and so reading the comic, I was like, oh, you know, I don't like it. At first, I was like, I don't really like this idea. You're erasing, you know, 30 years worth of continuity just to fit your own little story because, you know, you haven't followed up with the fandom, you haven't followed up with the series, which you don't have to.
Yeah,
but I think if you're gonna write a story about, you know, Power Rangers, I think you should do your research, because even in the comic itself, there's stuff, you know, that gets wibbly wobbly in the season that she's in.
Well, you know, she's trying to put her own spin on things, you know.
And honestly, when now reading it, I actually really enjoy it. Now I am taking it as like an Elseworld story, like.
Okay.
And it's pretty fun. I just read issue 3. Comes out, I believe, Wednesday.
I know. I'm gonna have to get the digital. Maybe I'll do a live reading or something.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. She's doing some crazy stuff, and I think the general population of the fandom is gonna love it.
Okay.
The people who do only like Mighty Morphin are gonna love it.
Now let's get on some positives. We've covered, I believe, all the drama. I hope. Who is the Ranger you've probably not had an issue with, that you enjoyed meeting, that you were blown away by, that does everything that aligns with like your morals and how you feel about things? Who was that quintessential Ranger for you?
That I've met, you said?
Yes.
Again, it's all online interaction, but Psycho Red. Patrick.
Red. Okay.
Patrick is amazing. He's such a sweetheart. He's sent me some autograph stuff and always down to interact online.
Patrick David?
Yeah.
Okay. Patrick David is right here. Let me put him up for everyone to see. And you've met this guy, and everything has been on the up and up. And look at him with Andros over here getting a drink. That's
yeah, because he recently came back into the fandom. It's been maybe like 6-7 years on his own.
Okay. Well, you know, the fandom, the fans love.
Also, I want to shout out to Yoshi and Peter. I think they're amazing.
Yoshi and Peter?
Sudarso. They're Dino Charge Blue and Ninja Steel Blue.
Yoshi and Peter Sudarso from I think I got him. Okay. So you want to shout these people out too, and they align with you in no issues.
Yeah, I mean, they've been nothing but kind interactions, like I said. Again, never met anybody personally, but through online interactions, they've been nothing but kind.
Okay. Now, who has been mean to you through online interactions? Has anyone jumped out there and said, fuck you, and blocked you?
Not just Austin.
Oh, so
Austin.
you get to follow everyone else except for Austin. Where's my questions? Now, who is like your favorite content creator in the Ranger community, would you say?
Oh, probably Rolliver Queen, and Estee.
Yo, I love Estee. Rolliver Queen. Give me a second. Pull up Rolliver Queen. Rolliver Queen, is that a YouTube channel?
Yeah, he's got a YouTube. We do sometimes for like his big.
Is it Oliver or Rolliver?
Rolliver with an R. ROLIVER Queen.
Okay.
If anything, you can find that Twitter.
I got Rolliver Queen. Rolliver Queen reviews. Why?
Yeah.
How is this guy does not have more followers?
No, honestly, that's the thing. Like every time he gains like another 100, we do a big live stream and we discuss, you know, the stuff in the Rangerverse, the comics.
Oh, y'all doing live streams? Okay. All right. Okay, Rolliver Queen and of course my guy Estee, Power Rangers. He's been in the game for a while. How long have you been in the fandom?
what is it, like, since 2010?
Damn, so you got 14 years in the game. God damn, that's a lot. You've had to see it all. You've had to see it all.
I've seen a lot.
Okay. And you don't watch my content per se, but why did you do this interview? Just out of curiosity.
Just because you asked, honestly.
Holy shit.
I was nervous originally. I was like, I hit up Heirloom and Deoxys, and I was like, hey, is this something like you guys enjoy doing? Should I do it? And they both said, yeah. They're like, if it brings more light to the situation.
Yeah,
why not?
I'm all about educating people. So you reached out to my guys, Heirloom and Deoxy, for any famous last words you want to say. And also, who should I interview next?
Ooh, I think you should reach out to Jin Saku.
Jin Saku.
The fraud of Toku Twitter.
The fraud of... Now, you say Jin Saku, right? Before we get out of here, Jin Saku, I guess, broke the story about Power Rangers in the reboot. Now,
yeah.
How do you feel about the reboot incorporating more LGBTQ characters?
Obviously 100% here for it.
You 100% for it?
It's only natural progression. And it happened with Dino Fury and Cosmic Fury, but I think we needed more. I think you can't just have the one. The token LGBTQ character? Yeah, because token LGBTQ character is a lesbian.
Okay.
I think you need the male representation as well. You can't be afraid to actually go all the way for it. You have to.
Okay, and you want me to interview Jin Saku. And why is he the fraud? Why do you call him the fraud?
That's his own term. Everyone calls him a fraud because they don't believe his news breaks, but they've all come true. Majority of them come true.
Okay. I mean, I think I'll reach out, but like, what happens when y'all got y'all verified check? Y'all like discriminate against us poor people who can't afford the verified check. And
poor people is crazy. It is $11.
Look, I can't have that. You know, I just gave my ex-wife $50,000. You think I got $11 a month to just be laying around? I
will say, mine pays for itself, so it's almost like I'm not paying for it.
Oh, from you uploading the content and videos. How does that work?
Yeah.
How does Twitter Blue work? Like, how much money are you raking in per month?
It's not a lot. I'm telling you, it pays for itself. It's probably like that $11.
Okay, so
you really have to like be hitting the popular streams for it to be more than that.
Okay.
I think the most I've ever gotten was like 200, but that was because like it was a really big time. Like my videos were hitting.
Okay, so the videos you post, you get money from.
And it's not just on videos; it's on just regular tweets as well.
Oh, okay. So you make money from the tweets. It's
the interaction.
Okay. All right. I can see that. All right. Cool. So Jin Saku is the next. You're all for more LGBTQ characters in Power Rangers. Any last words?
Just continue to hold people accountable, guys. That's it. Okay. I know that it can be a lot to take on, which is why I've said, send me anything you ever want me to post. I'll do it. I don't care. I will take the brunt if you can't handle it. I think people need to be held accountable.
Wise words. I agree with you. And where can they find you other than Cosmic Ranger and Instagram? Do you want them to hit up your TikToks? Like, you're pretty popular.
If you go to my Twitter, it's Cosmic Ranger 006. And then my link tree is in there and it has everything.
All right. Well, that was the Cosmic Ranger interview in the books. Just stick around for a second.